Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. So I'm bringing another 7 to 10 day prediction for you all guys. But before we get into the video, I'd like to take a minute to thank you all for your thoughtful messages, for your encouragement. I appreciate you all, as well as the gifts that you've sent me throughout time. I'm really grateful for all of you and the connections that I've built so far. And I'm also glad to pronounce that today this video is sponsored by 𝒃𝒐𝒌. If you never heard of 𝒃𝒐𝒌 before, 𝒃𝒏𝒏 is the website where you can find all kinds of spiritual people out there, from mediums, tarot readers, astrologers, channelers. As some of you know guys already, I had a very good experience with 𝒃𝒏𝒏 myself. The person that I reached out to was really to the point. There is a chat or call option. In my case, I've chosen chat option. It was middle of the night. As you know me guys, I work pretty late, and that is quite convenient for someone like me. There is always someone online 24/7, and I think that's what's so unique about 𝒃𝒏𝒏. If you like to try 𝒃𝒏𝒏 yourself, I highly suggest that. There is a promo going right now, 10 minutes for only $1.99. You're going to find the link in the description box below. It is trykean.com/Brigita. What's also really convenient about 𝒃𝒏𝒏 is that you can use the price filter. You decide what kind of price you're looking for, and you're going to have all readers shown to you who suit your price range. I'm going to show you how 𝒃𝒏𝒏 works and how easy it is to set up. 𝒃𝒏𝒏 is easy to use and pretty straightforward to set up. All you have to do is to answer a couple of questions. What kind of reading you're looking for, what kind of reader you want. Then type your name, surname, birth date, and you're going to get all advisors suitable for you based on the questions you've answered. Thank you for listening guys, and let's get back to the video. So tribe, here are your options. Option number 1 is on your left. Option number 4 is on your right. Take a minute, meditate, do your thing. If you need to, stop the video right here, and I'll catch you in timestamps. Hey tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 1, let's see what is up the next week. What you can expect, what's going on, where your focus will lie. Okay, I hope you're all doing well. Let's pull a couple of cards for your overall energy the next week, week and a half. Let's see what is up. So you've got the 3 of Wands. Let's put it right up here. Okay, the Hermit showed itself. So we'll take that. I don't want the rest. It's too much. And we're gonna be pulling from, I think I want the 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 tarot to see what you're gonna be dealing with. Okay, wow, okay, thanks. Straight away we have the Sacred Fire, nice. The Rebirth in Bonfire. I want one more card next to it. And you know what's interesting, because in the Hermit, especially in this deck, which is the urban deck, we've got this guy lighting a fire. So there's something about fire for you here, maybe candles, you know, fire as a metaphor, that's gonna be important. We also have 3 of Wands, which is fire too. It's almost like when I say you fired up to do something. And it's interesting because, you know, fire usually, when you think of action, it's quite a quick energy, right? It's pretty fast, it's pretty intense. But when I'm seeing the Hermit here in between these cards, I'm thinking of someone taking a minute to kind of dim that fire, but for a reason. It's almost like that fire became a little bit too strong, and I'm hearing I have to hold my horses. So the next week, week and a half, you might be thinking about your future endeavors, and you will probably notice for a lot of you that there is something that's kind of stopping you from going faster. It might be there for a reason. It doesn't have to be a blockage. Maybe with the Hermit, you're deciding to do that for yourself. You're like, okay, I gotta chill. Okay, so that's something that I'm picking up here. Maybe for some of you, New York is important, or USA overall. Don't want to be overly specific, but if you've been looking for a message, yeah, if you've been thinking about that, this is your confirmation. It's almost like you're you're ready to keep moving forward, but you know that maybe before moving forward with your life or endeavor or maybe relationship, you gotta stop and think for a minute. And it feels quite peaceful, you know. When we look at bonfire, usually people are pretty relaxed. And when you're looking at fire, it calms you down. Same like water, right? So maybe some of you are taking some time off. Overall, energetically, you know, and emotionally, it feels like it's going to be a peaceful one. But let's see what else will come up here. We have the Ace of Cups. Look, that water and fire combination is right here. Yeah, it's almost like you're about to start something new in your life and you're like, yes, I know that and again, you see, it seems like you're going to pour some water on that fire because you got to balance things out. So maybe, you know, for some of you, it might be the opposite. Maybe for some of you, you're going to be like, listen, I feel like I've been maybe neglecting certain responsibilities for too long. Let me make that fire bigger. But for most of you, it's not. For most of you, like, I know before something new is about to start in my life, almost like when I say a chapter or this new connection or job, whatever this is for you, this Ace of Cups, I gotta take a minute for myself. It's all about not rushing the next week, week and a half. If you feel like you have a pretty busy week, this would be your advice. Prioritize your tasks and see what is necessary and what can wait for tomorrow so you don't burn out, okay? Okay. What is pile 1 going to be happy about? What is pile 1 going to be happy about? You have the Prince of Cups. Whoa, whoa. Okay, this is all about the screen. I don't know what you're doing on the computer, on your laptops. Maybe you're watching something on the screen. This is going to be a good creative time for you to spend a little bit more time doing something online or doing something on your laptop computer. It's almost like you're looking at that vision, how you want this to be. You're like, okay, let me focus. It's all about focus the next week, week and a half. And you know, interestingly enough, this is a filmmaker card. This guy is alone in the theater. So again, there's that, you know, sense of focus, but also peace. I'm working on something, but I'm working peacefully. Okay. Now the Hack card, again, as I said before, this is a good week for new ideas, I'd say. You have 2 princes here, which is knights, right? And it's saying, you know, and usually the knights, especially the swords, is quite a quick energy. As you know, guys, I read every deck as personality. And here, these both people, one is sitting and one is standing. There isn't too much action, but there is a lot of focus. So if there is something that you got to do the next week that you know ties in with what I'm saying, it's going to be a great project, a great flow, I want to say. It's going to be a great flow. For some of you, got to pay attention to details, whatever this is you are trying to get done and over with. Pay attention to details, this is saying. Okay, what else is pile number 1 going to be happy about the next week, week and a half? You have the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, everything feels like it's going to be smooth. One more card wants to come out, we'll take it. Another ace. Okay, awesome. See, and again, Ace of Fire, Ace of Water, be in balance. This is a great week, the next week for you guys. It seems like maybe the past couple of weeks were not as peaceful, but the next one will be, and it's going to be super productive as well. You know, sometimes when you work on something and you're like, oh, I love doing this because I'm so grounded, I'm so peaceful, it doesn't feel like work. So that's what kind of vibe I'm getting here for pile number 1. Also, there might be some type of memories coming up from your childhood or the old days. I'd say write it down, because those might be almost like your messages being sent from your subconscious, and kind of track it. Maybe for some of you with this Wheel of Fortune specifically, this fanfare, you do have a connection with I want to say, you know, you might be working on your inner child, but there's also that connection to childhood here, okay? All right, let's take these back because these cards are quite big. I don't want to keep them all on the table. And look, what was on the bottom of the deck, the kindergarten teachers. Maybe there's something to do with kids for you here. All right. What to avoid the next week, week and a half. And again, you know, take these messages as you like, because I don't want to advise you something in general reading and you're just going to take it as an absolute. You know what vibes with you the most. We have the Five of Cups here. We have the Journalist, which is the Prince of Wands. I'd say avoid clashes and avoid putting your storms into bringing your storms into other person's world. Avoid pointing fingers here so that it doesn't lead to disappointment, because whilst doing so the next week, week and a half, or blaming something or someone outside of you, it's not going to be the best thing for you. It's almost like you're being asked to go inwards with the Hermit here. And if you tend to be controlling, this is saying that's not going to be the best week for that. You might get backlash for this. See, I said controlling, you got the Emperor. Look at this guy. Look at his guy. This guy is like, my word is last. Okay, so that's something to avoid, and also to avoid people who tend to do the same. So maybe you want to kind of spend less time with someone like this if you know that this is someone who's already in your life. And the same goes for you, this is saying, okay? Be kind of a little bit more open and track your emotions, because something might trigger you here. I'm seeing maybe in the middle of the week. It's almost like the flow that I'm seeing, it's very peaceful, but then something comes up and you're like, oh shit, you know, and you might get triggered, or someone might trigger you, and it's saying, let's just kind of keep flowing, okay? In between the fire and the water. Okay, let's see what else. Where should your focus lie the next week, week and a half? Pile 1. Where should your focus lie? We have the Five of Pentacles. You know, every time I see this card usually talks about feeling left out in the cold. The way I see this card, because of all of those pentacles and the focus on those pentacles, it seems like someone is not prioritizing their health, their well-being, and maybe they are stretching themselves too thin, okay? Because this is very work connected for me here with that worry and those pentacles. And prioritize yourself, this is saying, okay, the next week, week and a half. Again, we talked about this, right? Have a good schedule so you can be as balanced as possible. Some of you might be, you just might want to go for a checkup, you know. I know some people don't remember, at least in my circle, when was the last time they went to doctors, right? Oh, I'm okay, I'm fine. But it's saying maybe you're going to have this intuitive hint that, hey, actually I gotta take better care of myself. I have to do it regularly. And maybe that's that self-care that's gonna come through here. Maybe some of you just have an appointment, as simple as that, right? For some of you, not all of you, there's something to do with your teeth, I'm seeing. All right, where should your focus lie the next week, week and a half? You have the Eight of Swords. Track your screen time, okay? This could be a focus for you working on a screen. We talked about this, but it's saying make sure you don't get stuck and spend too much time. It's all about balance for you guys here, pile number 1, right? It's all about balance. I think for some of you, you're going to want to spend a bit more time focusing on your mental health, right? And I'm getting that strong self-care vibe, especially with that Hermit over there. Let me take some time for myself. Let me put brakes on with that Three of Wands over there, right? There is someone on a track. Let me put the brakes on. And you're going to complete everything that you want to complete. Don't stretch yourself, okay? This is saying you're going to be fine. Especially if you're trying to, there's something connected either to school, either to documents, some type of graduation, or maybe end of a project here. For some of you, it might be connected to your home environment, if that's something that you're trying to complete. It's saying you're gonna get there, but just make sure you are not ahead of yourself, okay? Okay. And we got a Tower here. Let me clarify this. Let's see. You've done a lot, it seems like, guys. You've done a lot. I do believe that for some of you, there is something changing with a specific relationship in your life. And it can be romantic. It's giving me, especially with the Seducer card here. Maybe you're going to change the way you see someone, or you did recently. Let's dig into this a little bit more. Now, again, you know, when I'm saying romantic, this is not going to be romantic for all of you. Obviously, this can be just someone that you know, you're close with, or yeah, someone who you are close with currently. It's saying that relationship might change. Let me see. And I'd say don't play games, and make sure no one is playing mind games here. We have the Nine of Swords, so that there is no, I want to say, even when it comes to relationships the next week, you know what's ringing in my head? Pay attention to what people do, not what they say. Right? Oh, I'm going to do this for you, or I'm going to help you out with this. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't happen. Or pay attention to when you are in a, let's say when you have a bad day and you care about someone, how do they care about you? Overall, it seems like someone's worried about some type of relationship here. And I think it's because they know that this relationship is going to be changing, or the way that you used to see relationships, what you imagined that you wanted, right, in your circle, and who you're going to want in the future. It's almost like your eyes being a bit more open, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like someone wants to crash something down. Let's remove this. And let's start fresh, stronger. I want to start stronger. So maybe you're focusing on building better relationships in your life, stronger relationships, right? The ones that have stronger foundation. Let me adjust the camera a tiny bit for you. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Now, I'm gonna be pulling. I don't have a plan for this reading today. I'm just flowing with it. Let's see what's gonna be cleared, or where your attention will lie the next week, week and a half. What's gonna be cleared? I want to ask what's gonna be cleared towards the end of this period. What's gonna be cleared towards the end of this period? We have commune with the source. As you know, guys, I love reading these cards from the book, and let me get it. Maybe some of you had a break from connection to nature. Maybe some of you were a little bit disconnected from nature or outdoors, and you're gonna be coming back to it. It says, nature holds all the answers. The wisest witch knows her questions will be answered when she dives into the natural world without reservation. Like the girl of Minimus who is fused with the forest, it is your time to merge with the source. Drop your stuff, your attachments, and be done with nature. Be one with nature. It's time to recommune with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked into this existence, and what you will be when you transition into the next plane of existence. Minimus dips her fingers into the well of universal inspiration. This is a card of meditation. Goes well with Hermit, right? There's also a flip interpretation. Is she rethreading or emerging? If this card is drawn during a period of solitude, it is a prompt. A prompt that it is now, I can't suddenly read, that it is now time to emerge from the dark, restore the forest into the sunlight to share your radiance. And conversely, if it is drawn during the time of intense activity and visibility, it is time to retreat to the shadows. We talked about this. Look at this guy. He's retreating to the shadows because there is a shadow right in front of the track, right? Let me retreat. Let me spend a bit more time maybe doing things that somehow calm you down as well, I want to say, pile number 1. And I was feeling drawn to including music today. And what's ringing in my head is the X Ambassadors. If some of you will want to look it up, let me just go and I'm going to read some of the lyrics, so just bear with me. Okay. 1 second. I hope you have time. The song that popped up is by X Ambassadors. I'm gonna just show you because I'm pretty sure someone's gonna ask. Okay. Right, that's the song, and we're gonna read a little bit of the lyrics and see what it says. Okay. It says, my feet go boom, boom, boom. My heart beats is the same. It goes boom, boom. I want to get to the messages. It says, that's what I'm gonna do. I got the same old shoes with a new attitude. Why should I sing the blues for you? I said, hey, you can't stop me because my pain is gasoline. I can't wait, no for nobody. If you break my heart, 1, 2, 3. And then it's all about moving forward. You know, it keeps saying, you know, boom, 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 walking away from you. Now, you doesn't have to be an actual person, right? It can be maybe an old way of living. It can be a relationship, can be a job, because you did have 2 aces here, right? But someone is definitely walking away from something here. And pretty fast, I must say. So maybe it comes out of the blue. Maybe it's just a quick realization, I gotta change this, you know, let's go, that type of energy. But wherever you go, and it feels a bit more peaceful than before. Okay, I hope this made sense, pile number 1. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Hey Tribe, how you doing, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Whoever has chosen the Triple Goddess Tarot, let's see what is up for you guys. I want to start with 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 Tarot for kind of overall vibe of the week and a half. Let's see what comes up. We're gonna pull 1 card from the Triple Goddess Tarot as well, if you like that one. We have the Starseed here, which is the, oh, this is beautiful. See that? This is definitely my spiritual guys here. Okay, let's see what is going on the next week and a half. See that crystal ball over there? This is the 4 of Cups, which is called the wandering mind. So I like that already. This is very mysterious. It seems like, I'd say pay attention to your dreams, guys, the next week and a half. because you're going to be given answers there. For a lot of you, your intuition and your sensitivity will be heightened the next week, week and a half. You might predict something, or you just might be very sensitive, but it doesn't feel like it's in ungrounded way. It feels like if you do have this ability, it's just gonna be a little bit more intensified, I want to say. So if you'll feel like you want to check on someone, or if you feel like something's gonna happen, write it down for yourself. Write it down for yourself. I'd say noting things down overall, pen and paper, is gonna be important the next week. Okay, especially when it comes to your ideas, what it is that you're contemplating on. Maybe for some of you, that symbolism of a book is important here as well. You know, maybe some of you are learning something, maybe some of you are writing things down, maybe some of you are going to be reading a really interesting book. That would be a really good time for you guys, because it seems like you're going to absorb all the information very easily. And something is going to speak to your soul. Something that you read about or you hear about is going to speak to your soul. And it feels quite spiritual here for me. Shit, look. See that? I mean, okay, hold your horses, pile number 2. This is a great week for you guys, especially if you are in this field. You're gonna be on point with everything that you say, sense, feel, smell, hear. Okay, let's put it that way. Some type of prediction is coming true here. And I want to say for some of you, this is from the past, way back. Something that was predicted for you, or you have predicted it for yourself and you might have forgotten about it, it's going to come true. This is a great week for you to tap in, guys, to your highest self or to the cosmic energy. Some of you are hungry here. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to what you eat. How do you treat your body? That was random, right? I know. But that's something that's coming through. All right. Look at you. Look at you all. There is some type of discovery that will be made, and it's very personal for all of you. Spiritual discovery. It might be about your soul, about your soul's journey. I mean, maybe some of you, because I put up a book here. Maybe some of you are interested in reading one of the books about soul's journey. I have a couple here. I have a lot of stuff to do on my time off. But maybe some of you are going to be interested in that. I just thought I'm going to show that to you. Because it's about soul's evolution here. That's what kind of vibe I'm getting. It's about soul's evolution. It's about the talents and abilities that you have. Your mind will be taking you places the next week, week and a half. Let's see, okay. What is pile number 2 going to be happy about? You remember how I said slow down your horses? About slowing down. This is Knight of Pentacles in this deck. You're cherishing something dearly here as well. I don't know what that pentacle represents to you, but you're holding on to it and you're like, this is dear to my heart. And whatever this is, it's gonna make you feel peaceful the next week and happy. Okay, too many, don't want all of them. 7 of Swords. What are you going to be happy about the next week? You're going to uncover some kind of truth. What are you going to be happy about? The Hierophant. Let me clarify the 7 of Swords here. Let me adjust the camera a tiny little bit. Clarify the 7 of Swords, what's happening. You have the 10 of Cups. You might find something out about, this is again such a personal and emotional and deep type of reading here. You gonna have a better understanding about your emotional happiness, what you want for yourself, what kind of home, what kind of family do you want. Something might come to light regarding your own family if you have one, or about your children, okay? Something's coming up to be seen that wasn't seen before. I don't know, maybe for some of you, you are... I'm getting that push and pull energy. It's almost like these are two very separate stories. I'm gonna put it this way. I didn't see that the happiness would bang on my door around a time when I'll choose either solitude, or I'll choose to start focusing on my own business, on my own foundation of some sorts, or an independence, whatever the independence is for you. So something will come to light regarding that for you. There is a teacher in your life, a mentor, or maybe you are a mentor, a teacher to someone, and it seems like someone's gonna be helped, or someone is gonna want to help the other person out. I'd say leave some energy for yourself if that's the case, if you are the one who's helping someone or teaching them something or shining the light on things. Yeah, someone is going to be taught. This is a week of observations, insight, and learning from experiences, but it's almost like your subconscious will be talking to you. Okay, it's quite deep. It's quite deep. You might think about some type of a conflict that has either happened already or will happen in your head. I didn't like that part when this happened. I didn't like it, and let me learn from it. Okay, awesome. Bottom of the deck, you have Magician here as well. Quite a good week for manifestations, I'd say. Okay, what should pile number 2? Leave behind or not overly focused on. Avoid, let's put it that way. What should pile number 2 avoid? Now remember to filter messages out and see if that vibes with you. What should pile number 2 avoid? Okay, with the Sun card, it's saying don't try to be happy all the time, because that's not possible. And I'm just talking about, you know, toxic positivity, or maybe looking at something online and thinking, damn, like, why am I not feeling that happy, you know? And it's saying don't compare yourself. You have your own moments. Just make sure you don't compare your own happiness to someone else's, especially when it comes to online posts, because most of the time people, maybe someone needs a reminder. Most of the time people post happy memories, right? And happy times. What should pile number 2 avoid the next week and a half? Where this message came through. If you're going to be renovating your home or doing something around your household, or you're going to be lifting something up, physical job of any sorts, it's saying just be careful so you don't drop something. Because I saw a vision of someone dropping something on their feet. Okay, so there's basically a representation of what to avoid, so, or what to be careful about. It's saying don't stretch yourself too much. You know, if you can come back, if something is really heavy, you can come back for it instead of carrying it all at once. And when I'm saying that, my shoulder, the muscle in my left shoulder is feeling a bit tense. Okay, so that's saying pay attention to that. Let's see. And don't rush, okay? Because every time I pull this Queen of Pentacles here, I'm looking at that rabbit at the bottom. And rabbits are usually really quick. And Pentacles, the energy is very quite stable and grounding. And again, for pile number 2, I keep getting this push and pull energy. For some of you, it's going to be take action. For some of you, it's going to be slow down. And I don't know like where you stand here. So you probably know already yourself. But for a lot of you, what you're doing here, you kind of still, you're contemplating, you're trying to figure. Maybe some of you are going to have existential, you know, questions. And what you're going to come up with is going to be very insightful and very interesting. Okay, where should the focus lie for pile number 2 the next week, week and a half? Where should piles 2 focus lie? We have the 8 of Cups. Someone changing something around their household here, or thinking about that, changing homes or something like that. Where should your focus lie? Yeah, it's a lot to do with home here. Maybe some of you are. Now, you can rephrase that, you know, home, and change it for something else. Because someone's walking away from either location, either home, either something that they're seeing something better for themselves. And they're following the moon, which is nice because this is someone who's following their intuition. And this is going to be quite a psychic week for you guys. So I'd say pay attention. You're going to be told what to do, you know, where to go and when to do it. For some of you, maybe if you do have children, your children might be a little bit hyped up or a little bit more sensitive or a bit, I want to say, annoyed. So it's probably just energy here. But overall, this is saying let's focus on that 6 of Pentacles here, which is a good balance, okay? And splitting your time wisely. And also focusing on your relationships and your surroundings, that it's equal, it's fair for everyone, okay? Whatever you do and whatever the other person does, okay? Let's clarify the 5 of Pentacles. You know, the way I'm picking this up, where your focus should lie, you might need a bit more quiet time. Because the more quiet the mind, the louder the intuition. Since you got all of these psychic cards here. You're gonna probably want to work in silence. That's what I'm seeing here. And I like that. It's very interesting. I want to say once the silence kicks in, that's when everything will start working itself out and you're going to be victorious and successful. That's when that wheel of fortune will start turning. So what does that silence represent to you? I'm not sure. Rephrase it if you'd like to. But it's almost like I need some time for peace and quiet in order for me to hear what my intuition is saying. because you're gonna be nudged the next week and a half. You're gonna be nudged. All right, let's see what else. Let's pull from the magic of the oracle. Let's see what's gonna be worked on, or what you're gonna be happy about towards the end of the week or week and a half. What are you gonna be happy about? You have vertigo. It says whatever you choose will be correct. You're gonna be happy about all the options that you have in life. And again, you see we have a key. There's something to do with home or options that you have. Maybe this is your work or relationships. You're going to be pretty happy of the opportunities that you have. So maybe before, if you felt like, oh, you know, I'm missing something, or I'm missing opportunities or connections, you're going to have plenty. More and more are coming in, this is saying, okay? And I'm just going to read this card out for you from the book. Let me have a sip of water. If you can hear my stomach, please ignore it because I've forgotten to eat today. I mean, in the evening. I've been a little bit busy, and I just realized I ate like 5 hours ago, if not more. I'm gonna fix that once I'm done with this reading. Okay, it says, so luxurious is the problem of choice. And yet, as you consider all the dizzying array of possibilities as sensations of tilting, of things being of kilter, paralyzes you into inaction. What can you do? What should you do? Notice the keys, stand straight and true. Each one opens a door leading to opportunities and lessons. Whatever you do now will be correct, but some lessons may be more enjoyable than others. In vertigo, there is pictured one key that is very ornate and decorative. You may feel compelled to grasp it and open its door. Sure, the prettiest key would open the most precious door, auspicious door. Be aware, all is not what it seems. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna be aware. You're gonna be like, let me filter this out. And while you cannot make a wrong decision, do not rush to make the obvious choice. The unexpected door will yield the most gratifying rewards and valuable lessons. Be brave and walk through the door less opened. And that's what I like here, because the question was what you're going to be happy about. You're going to make a right choice. Maybe some of you have made it already, and you're going to be like, damn, that was a good decision. Okay? So tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. Hey tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 3, let's see what is up for the next week and a half. Alright, I want 2 cards from this deck for main energy, and I'm gonna pull one from the, maybe 2, I don't know, from the 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 tarot. Okay. You have the, whoa, you have the 10 of Cups, loving this already. Loving this. You know, what I'm paying attention to here specifically in this card is that home and the heart. So home is where the heart is, and I know it's cheeky, but for some of you maybe that's something that you recently said yourself, but overall your heart's happy in the next week. I like that for you. And you're gonna enjoy the it's almost like there is a transformation of happiness happening here with that butterfly. I'd say look up the meaning of a blue flower, specifically blue. There might be something for you there. And you have the Ace of Swords. The sky is opening up here. Okay, let's pull from the 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉. Let's see what we got. What is happening? New idea about happiness. Okay, 2 cards want to come out. You see? Here we go. I'll take both. We have the Magician and we have the Tower. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God. Okay, why I'm laughing is because in one other pile we had a Tower. And earlier on I said someone, I hope we're not gonna have Tower cards for the collective, because last week out of 4 decks I got Tower card in 3 of them, in 3 options. But here it feels different, and I like that a lot. It seems like you're gonna be quite hyped up about, it's almost like your mind is much clearer. So maybe you're going to demolish something that isn't allowing you to be happy here. Okay, and it doesn't feel like you know, the tower where shit goes down and you feel it's unexpected, you feel bad, you know, and you're not ready. It feels like you are ready for this. It feels like you're ready to leave something behind in order for you to have a clearer mental state, as well as a happier, I keep wanting to say a happier home or a happier heart, you know. All right, let's go. Let's see what else. Pile number 3. Okay, let's be a bit more specific here. What are you going to be happy about the next week, week and a half? That card wants to come up. We'll take it. We have the Temperance here. Things are becoming more balanced for you. We have we're going to look at the imagery in a minute because I like these cards for that. We have the 6 of Swords. I want to see you are taking your victories with you the next week, week and a half. We have the 4 of Wands. Again, you see something about home here. Setup, a new setup. It can be also a new work setup. Okay, it doesn't have to be just domestic environment, but you're pretty happy at home. Maybe some of you are going back home or connecting to your land a little bit more. That's something that's coming through. We have 7 of Cups as well. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords. I want to get into this a bit more. What are you happy about? It's like maybe some of you are going to be talking about a trip of some sorts. Some type of a journey that you have in mind. And it's going to be great. You have the Queen of Cups here. Someone's going to appreciate you big time the next week, week and a half. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. It seems like you're connecting your heart to your work, which I like here. You're going to be much more in peace with where you're going when it comes to your work. Whatever your mission is, you're going to be happy doing it. Now let's take every card one by one. In pile number 3, I want to look at the imagery in this deck. Again, there's something to do with sunshine here. We have it right here in the Ace of Swords. You are moving into a better place. It's much clearer in your head, I'm seeing here. I'd say for some of you, cactus might be important. For some of you, a pyramid. I'm not going to interpret that because many people, many stories. And you're going on to some type of a journey here. Maybe some of you are literally coming back home, or you're making your home a bit more cozy and more comfortable with 6 of Swords and the 4 of Wands next to it. And there's some type of a choice that you're making here, but it seems like what you're choosing the next week, week and a half, you're choosing heart. You're choosing emotions, you're choosing peace in your heart, and you want to keep that going. I'm paying attention to the treasure chest over here. There's something to do with money and income here that you are going to be stoked about, but it doesn't feel like it's finished. Something is going to start happening for you where you're going to be happier with your work. And you see that bag over here as well. That's something that I'm looking at. And the Queen of Cups. You know, the way that I'm seeing the Queen of Cups here, it's a representation of a person in your life. Let's get into this a bit more. I don't feel like for many of you this is you, but for some it can be. You're working on your heart space. Things are moving further for you. Loving and being loved is important the next week, week and a half. And that's what it feels like, you know. There's a lot of love to give and to take. We have the 8 of Cups. Maybe some of you, you know that in order for you to have that happiness, something's gonna have to end. But you're not dwelling on it too much. The Lovers, here you go, you see? There's something to do with a connection here, and it feels, maybe there was some kind of a break, or someone had to go. Someone had to go, and then someone finds a key, whatever that key represents to you, for the heart again, for that connection again. You have the Judgment here. Yeah, relationships and connections in your life are upgrading, okay, for sure. It's upgrading. There is one more message here for some of you. If you're waiting a message, or you're waiting to feel a presence of your beloved deceased, this is gonna be a week and a half. We are a bit on different time frames here, but it seems like there is gonna be a presence of a spirit that you dearly love, okay, which is really sweet. All right, let's move on. You know what song I'm thinking of? Give me a minute. Just gonna type it up. I want to read the lyrics. Maybe there is gonna be something there for you. Bear with me. So in case someone wants to look up this song and listen to it, let me take the camera out of the holder. I'm gonna show you the song. Here it goes, by Black Puma. It's called Colors. Okay, so it says, I woke up to the morning sky first. Here you go, we have the sky connecting here. Baby blue, just like we rehearsed. When I get up off this ground, I shake leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean, oh my. Then I walk where I'd be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green for about a mile. I'm headed to town, town, town in style. With all my favorite colors, yes sir. I got all my favorite colors right on, my sisters and my brothers. See them like no other, all my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors. My sisters and brothers, they see them like no other, all my favorite colors. It's a very beautiful song. If you want to check it out. Okay. Well, where will your focus lie the next week and a half? Pile 3. Okay, damn, too many, but I'm looking at this card. We have the Magician here. Yeah, we have Magician twice. Wow, you are. There's something about palmistry here for some of you. Others, spirituality. Soul connections are coming through here as well. Where will your focus lie? Productivity. You have Mages coming up here. Strength. High Priestess, damn, look at you. Wow. This is a week of ancient wisdom. This is a week of spirituality. I'd say pay attention to dragon. Symbolism of a dragon might be important for some of you here. But overall, you're pretty focused on your craft. Whatever that craft will be. It doesn't have to be only spiritual. With the High Priestess, what I'm feeling, it feels like there is some type of secret that's going to be revealed for you. Let me see. Or maybe you're going to be looking for answers. You are seeking for something the next week and a half. What are you seeking for? We have a Devil. What are you seeking for? You're diving into your own darkness, I'm seeing here. This feels very self-focused self-focused. I'm not feeling this energy coming from anyone else apart from you. Maybe you're diving into your own depths. Yeah, it's like you're seeing yours, and again, hearts, hearts, hearts here. Let's clarify the devil. You have the Fool. It's like you're not afraid to step into the darkness and figure out a bit and find out more information when it comes to connections in your life, okay? For some of you, this is very self-focused. You're going to be diving deep in order to understand yourself better. Look at the top of these people's skeletons' heads, right? Pouring water. So it seems like maybe someone's going to give you wisdom, or someone's going to fulfill you when you feel like you have empty. There might be, and again, but it feels very spiritual here to me, with a High Priestess. Someone's diving deep, and they're not afraid to dive even deeper. Okay. What's going to be left behind, or what's something that you're going to delay or maybe put aside? This can come through as advice for you as well. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you're postponing some type of practice here. We have the Hierophant. You might be postponing something here when it comes to learning, or when it comes to authority, okay? When it comes to learning, I'm hearing intern. So internship maybe of some sort. So if you're thinking about a new job, maybe something is going to get postponed here. Because you see, the focus is again on your head, in your head space. What is it that I have there? It's almost like you're exploring your mind with the Five of Cups here. That's what I'm picking up, especially in this image. I'm diving deep, right? I told you, I'm diving deep. Look at this card. Maybe some of you start doing something and you felt like you're going to feel like the next week and a half that you have to put it on hold because it's not a right time, or you feel like you got to focus on something else. And something is not fulfilling you here on the sides, and you might be like, let me see. It's going to be delayed, postponed, or put in a background. We have the World. Maybe a trip of some sorts. Maybe you're thinking about some kind of a trip, and you know that you need a bit more time for it, or it's going to happen, but in the future, a bit farther in the future. It's like for some of you, I'm picking up that you might be thinking about ending some type of a chapter, but you know that you might need to wait a little bit longer in order for it to be completely done and over with. I'd say stay hydrated. That's something that I wanted to say before for pile number 3. And what's interesting, I did have nearly a full glass of water for pile 1 and 2, and for you I have a little left. So that's, I think, something that you could look at. How much water do you drink? What is the intake of water, liquids? That's as important for you, especially if you're going through some type of a cleansing here, you know? That's what I'm picking up. Okay. Let's see with the magic of your oracle. What is it that's going to be completed, resolved, or you're going to be happy about towards the end of this week or week and a half? What are you going to be happy about? What's going to be resolved? Pile 3. We have Boohoo. It says transform the way you see. Yeah, and again, you see the sky is clearing up. There's some sort of clarity here that you are getting about something specific in your life that you've been wondering about. I'm not going to be too specific here, but it's like you're changing on a highest level, I want to say. But it doesn't feel chaotic for me here. I'm going to read this card from the book. because I feel like for some of you, there might be something in this card that you might apply for yourself right now. It says, if you want to transform the world, start by transforming the way you see it. Pay attention to positive and pleasing things. Do not be distracted by anything that makes you feel sad or hopeless. You observe with your heart and your eyes. Grow in wisdom as you witness the world shaping itself according to the way you see it. Know that wisdom evolves and it is not static or fixed. It is time to not only look outside. It is not only time to look outside at the world, but also to look into yourself and comprehend the role you play in the events taking shape around you. Let what you observe transform you. Be uplifted by what you now know about even challenging facts and difficult truths. There are further opportunities for growth and transformation. And you started with a butterfly here, right? Transformation. The girl of Booho holds the owl, which is wisdom, and the butterfly, which is transformation, on her index fingers, which is power, as she gazes on her world curiously and confidently. Booho also means people are watching you and noticing your courage, good deeds, and personal transformation, and that these qualities will be rewarded. Booho appears when a reward, bonus, or notification of approval is about to be received. So tribe, thank you for coming back. I hope this is helpful. Love you as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 4, let's see what is up with you. I want to start with saying, someone's got to stretch. If this is a message for you or not. Someone's got to stretch here. I want one card from this deck. I don't remember the name of this deck. I threw out the box. But let's see. What is the main energy for the next week, week and a half? For pile number 4. I want one card from this deck and 2 from 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 Tarot. You got the 6 of Pentacles. Collectively what I'm picking up with this whole reading is that people are finding a bit more balance. The next week, week and a half, things are a little bit easier. Everything is just a little bit more flowy, Okay, let's see. Pile 4. What is happening the next week, week and a half? Okay, that doesn't want to go in. Damn, let's take it. And there is one more card that I'm paying attention to. Let's take those 2. You have the Queen of Cups, which is the mother of crystals in this deck, which is a beautiful card. Okay, you have 2 interesting cards here. The Queen of Cups, it seems like you're looking for answers in the universe, but for some of you it feels like you're looking for answers from Gaia, the earth. So it depends, which kind of energy you feel a bit more connected right now. But all that wisdom is on top of your head, this is saying. So anytime you reach out for help from above, remember that you hold all that wisdom already yourself. And it seems like the next week, week and a half is going to be a bit dreamy for you, but in a good way. But I keep hearing, I keep looking for answers. Help me out. For some of you, these are spiritual answers, right? For others of you, this is something very particular that's on your mind. Then you have the hidden inner strength, which is the shadow cat. But how I see this card, it seems like you are recognizing your own strength. Maybe sometimes you felt that you were not appreciated and people maybe haven't seen your strength or who you truly are deep down inside of you. In the next week, week and a half, I want to see you're going to roar like a lion. You're going to show your true colors. You're going to be brave. If, the energies, when I'm talking about the energies, sometimes this can come through as advice for some of you, right? Don't be afraid of your own strength and who you are deep down. It's saying, because there is something else, there's some type of a quality that you hold that is quite powerful here. It's saying, bring it out of yourself a bit more. Bring it out of yourself a bit more. For some of you, the meaning of a bear or a cat is important here. If you feel drawn to, look it up. You have another 6. Pay attention to number 6. This is 6 of Cups. Let's see what's that about. Let's see, what is that about? You have the two. Oof. Okay. Reunion. But it seems like it's a very balanced reunion happening here with someone. Either someone that you've known for a really long time, or someone who feels like you've known them. I can't speak apparently in pile 4. Or someone who feels like you know them for a long time. Why I'm saying that, because I'm looking at the moon and the sun here. Okay, this is a very good balance, yin and yang, and some type of connection will resurface in your life that's gonna make you feel a bit more balanced. Again, this is all about balance. Look at these guys, 6 of Cups. Every time, you know, I see 6 for me is a number of balance. It's a beautiful number. And then we have the sun and the moon here, which is that duality. Okay, so what is that about? This is already talking about some type of connection. Let's continue. I'd say if you're drawn to look up the meaning of a lily, you have the adapt of coins. You know, what I'm looking at is the bird right behind her. There's some type of message coming through here, or someone wants to gift someone something, something valuable. Someone cherishes what someone else wants to do for them. That's what I'm seeing here. And you know, the way that this girl is looking, she's looking towards the 2 of Cups. Someone is reminiscing on a connection of some sorts. That's for sure. It feels quite nostalgic here to me. A bit like that, you know, Queen of Cups here that we have. That bear looking at the sky. It feels very dreamy. Okay. Now remember, every time I'm talking about really connections, doesn't have only... I can't speak in pile 4. What's wrong with me? Doesn't have to be only romantic. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups. This is all about your emotional well-being. Someone is afraid to disappoint someone, or maybe to look less than. I don't know what it means to you here. Again, more cups. Look at this. We have the 8 of Cups. Maybe someone's afraid to leave something behind. I want to say with this snake in the middle and the colors of it, maybe someone wants to come out. And it doesn't only have to be about your sexuality. It can be about who you truly are. We talked about this. You're going to want to be your true, authentic self, and that's your advice as well. Pile number 4, okay? You're going to have to shine your own light. Would it be connected to this relationship here, connection? Would it be about you and yourself? You got to shine your true colors here. And I think that's what for you're going to be appreciated daily the next week and a half. What's going to make you happy, pile number 4, the next 7 to 10 days? What's going to make you happy? You have the Hermit. What you're going to discover. Something that you're going to discover. Soul searching. What's going to make you happy? More Cups, 7 of Cups. It's a very dreamy energy here. And then in its head of Swords, I'm probably butchered it by hey-ho. You're going to be happy that you're finally making a decision in your life. That's what I'm picking up here. There was a decision to be made. You took some time to think about this, and now you're taking action, and you're like, bang, let's go. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. It's going to make you happy. There is one more story, I think. So let's just pull a new set of cards. What's going to make you happy? We have the 9 of Swords. Something that you're going to get in your dream state, a message maybe. For others of you, your sleep is improving and your rest is improving. We have Strength. What's going to make you happy? And we have the Novice of Swords. What is wrong with me, pile 4? I need to quit this job. Wow. Maybe something to do with your throat chakra. Maybe you want to speak up, you know, and that's why I can't get my words out of my mouth correctly. Seems like pile number 4 is messy. I'm so sorry about this. But again, you know, what I'm seeing here, especially in this card, there is some type of a letter, a message that's coming through here. Look at the Strength card. There is something written on that flag, but it feels very ancient to me here. And something's connected to the land. And you're going to be happy about following your own star. Look, in the Strength card, we have a star, and here there's the sky full of stars. So there is something about your wish that's going to make you pretty happy, but also there is something quite ancient here that you might be discovering about. So maybe you're diving deep into history, into symbolism of some sorts. I'm seeing symbols being drawn as well. Maybe some of you are working with sigils. And that's something that's going to make you feel, I don't know why I want to say quite grounded. Some of you might be protecting your dream space. That's what I'm picking up. You're going to be like, hey, listen, I want to sleep peacefully tonight. I don't want to remember my dreams. I don't want to lucid dream. I need peace. And you know, once you put that intention, you wake up very refreshed. So maybe someone needs to hear about that if you have trouble sleeping. What helps me out sometimes when I feel very tired, or I feel like, you know, there isn't enough hours for me to sleep and I still want to wake up as fresh as possible. When I close my eyes and I go to sleep, I imagine almost like this white misty kind of light, you know, very dreamy like, covering my whole energetic body, and it kind of puts me in a space of comfort, protection, and peacefulness. And that helps me out. So maybe some of you needed to hear that, and you might want to use it for yourself. I know some people, what they do, they imagine if they connected to the angels or they believe in them, they imagine almost like angels' wings, you know, covering them like a blanket. Maybe that's something that you might want to try out as well. But this is quite an interesting story here that I'm picking up. Let's move on. Let's see what is it that should be left aside or not overly focused on. But again, filter messages out, see if that suits you. We have the Temperance. You know, no, it's strange what I'm picking up here. Purely based on imagery, what I'm picking up is it's saying filter the water. Filter the water. So I don't know if that's something very specific or that's metaphorical for you. It seems like that water has been, and look what it showed itself. We have a Adept of Cups. There's a lot of water. Maybe there is something has to be cleansed. So the message, what to leave behind or what to postpone or what not to overly focus on, it's saying let's not leave water to stay for too long. That's why river water is very clear. It keeps moving, right? It keeps moving. So some kind of filtering needs to happen here. What to leave behind, but not to overly focus on the next week and a half. Ace of Swords. It's saying don't push to get answers the next week and a half. We talked about that bear looking for answers right in the sky. And I mentioned, and I said, all the answers lie within you. And it's interesting because I think on my channel, I said, yeah, on my main thumbnail, it says, you already hold the answers you seek. So that's what kind of vibe I'm getting here for pile number 4. It's saying, let's not seek for answers outside of us the next week, week and a half. You got this. You can decide. Let's focus inwards a bit more. And we have that shadow here too, where maybe sometimes you think you're not as capable of doing something, but truly you're much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. Okay? If you're trying to push something, or if you're trying to come to conclusion, it's saying take a rest, take a little bit of a break. That idea or realization will come once you ground it, once you're not pushing to get those answers. Okay, it's gonna come naturally. How can I solve this? How can I do this? It's gonna come naturally. All right, let's see, pile 4, what you're gonna be happy about, what's gonna be resolved. It's gonna be resolved towards the end of 7 to 10 days from whenever you're watching this video. Can you see? Looking inwards, not outside, inwards. I'm gonna read this card out for you guys from the book, because for some of you, you might find insightful information there for you now. Okay, it doesn't have to be the end of the week or week and a half. But overall, what I'm seeing here, you're gonna be pretty happy that you decided to take a minute and reflect. And to see people through your own filter. And you know, the clearer your filter is, again, talking about the water, the better you see yourself and the more fulfilled your heart is, the better you see everyone else, right? Or you see their shadows. There's something to do with shadows here. Maybe there is going to be some type of a trigger that you're going to be working on, and you'll want to become a bit more compassionate towards some type of situation or person, okay? Or maybe towards yourself even. But because for some of you, you're lacking compassion in that department for yourself. Let's see. Furgon card, let me see. It says, the simple and selfish joy that comes from knowing something good has happened to someone else fulfills and heals the angry, self-pitying soul. It's time for emotional unification and appreciation for self and others. When we delight in the well-being and success of others, we mirror these thoughts. Yeah, it seems like someone really wants someone to succeed. And those who will be bitter about someone else's successes, they're going to get quick karma the next week, week and a half. You're going to see it, or you're going to see it for yourself, you know. It's almost like the karma will be really quick. You're going to see it straight away. You're going to be like, damn, you know, I shouldn't have done this, or they shouldn't have done this. This doesn't have to be, you know, you who's looking at someone from that, you know, distorted lens, or from that, you know, self-pity. This can be someone else. But overall, I keep getting, you know, someone's going to want to celebrate someone else's successes. And if there's going to be someone who will want to help you out to do better, and you're not seeking for anything back, it's saying appreciate people like that and do the same for others. As has been demonstrated and proven in the science of quantum physics, we become a part of what we identify and acknowledge. Unconditional appreciation for others' happiness is liberation. It touches our soul and reverberates through our experience of life like the delicate ripples across the man's heart. It's time to be brave and put your fear, resentment, jealousy, and anger aside and delight in the joy of others. Trust and know that by this simple contemplation and observation, your own heart is healed and restored, and your life will reflect the joy and success you see around you, perfectly and uniquely. Okay, I don't know why I don't usually look at that, but maybe some of you are interested, you want to print screen this. Because I'm not a ritual person at all. But maybe someone's interested, that's why I wanted to show you this. I think I'm doing it for the first time on this channel. Okay, guys, so I hope that this has made sense, and I hope you have a great week. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always, and I'll catch you soon.